In Birmingham, you need nearly 50% more income than 6 years ago just to afford the same kind of house. That one stat alone shows just how much the market has changed, and it's shaping everything we're seeing right now. Hey, thanks for joining. I'm Adam Snow with 𝐒𝐬𝐬𝐿 Realty, local real estate agent here in Birmingham, Alabama. Every week, I share insights about living in and moving to Birmingham. And today, we're digging into the latest housing market updates. But to really understand what's happening here, we're going to zoom out first because this isn't just a Birmingham story, it's a national one. Across the country, affordability has become the defining issue of 2025. Home prices are higher, mortgage rates remain stubborn, and wages just haven't kept up. Nationally, buyers need to earn about $114,000 a year to afford a medium-priced home. That's nearly 70% more than 2019. And in bigger cities, that number jumps past $300,000 a year. Now let's bring it back home. In Birmingham, buyers need to earn just under $80,000 a year to afford a medium-priced home. That's still well below the national average and far more affordable than the coast. But here's the key. 6 years ago, that number was closer to $53,000. So even in Birmingham, the income needed to buy a home has jumped almost 50%. Wages simply haven't kept up with the pace, and that's why so many buyers feel like they're running uphill. And it shows up in the numbers. In Jefferson County, the average sale price climbed from $300,000 last August to $380,000 this August. That's a 15% increase in just 1 year. For buyers, that means hundreds more each month in mortgage payments. Homes are still sitting longer, 40 days on average compared to 35 last year, and closed sales dropped by 20%. That's what happens when affordability hits its limit. Fewer people can actually make the move. Inventory is also rising. We're now sitting at 5 months of supply compared to 4 months this time last year. And this is one of the most important numbers to watch. 4 months or less is a seller's market. 6 months is a balanced, and we're right in between at 5. That means buyers are starting to get a little more leverage while sellers need to be sharper with prices. Breaking it down by home size, we can see who's being affected the most. Starter homes, 1-2 bedrooms, are struggling the most. They're sitting 46 to 60 days on market and often selling below ask price. These should be the most accessible homes for first-time home buyers, but affordability challenges are pushing those buyers out. 3-bedroom homes are still the bread and butter. They're averaging $285,000 in all of Jefferson County and closing right at list price. At the other end of the spectrum, larger 4-bedroom homes are averaging over $600,000 and selling in just 31 days in all of Jefferson County. As has been the story all year, the higher income buyers aren't being affected as much by the interest rates. And looking at price ranges tells the same story. Homes under $200,000 are still moving. 187 homes sold in August, but they're taking the longest to sell, averaging more than 2 months on the market. You would think, being the most affordable homes out there, that they'd be the quickest to sell, but like I've been saying all year, the lower income housing has been affected the most by interest rates. Meanwhile, homes in the 500 to 600 range are still selling just 12 days on market and often going over asking. So Jefferson County is split into 2 markets. Like I've been saying all year, your entry-level buyers are slowing down. Higher-end buyers are driving the competition. With inventory rising and affordability under the pressure, the market is starting to rebalance slightly in some areas. And here's the challenge. One thing that's just continuing to be the issue, and like I said at the beginning, median income in Birmingham is still well below what's needed to comfortably afford the medium sale price. That gap is exactly why affordability is shaping so many buyers' decisions right now. I've said this before on different ones of these. I'm giving you all of Jefferson County, but to make it the best decision about the city that you live in or the city you want to move into, you need to zoom in on that specific city. For example, in Homewood, this August, homes sold on average of 103% of asking price in just 14 days, with a median of only 5 days. Compare that to Hoover, where homes average 24 days on market and sold about 99% of list price. So if you want a clearer picture of what's happening where you live, whether it's Homewood, Hoover, or another part of Birmingham, reach out. I'd be glad to walk you through those numbers. If you're planning to buy or sell, this is the reality you're navigating. Prices are rising. Buyers in some areas are slowing down, and affordability is driving a lot of decisions right now. And this is why it's so important to have a real estate agent that understands the market and understands specific cities. I have buyers that are looking in Homewood that made an offer 50 over asking and still got beat by high offer. Whereas I have buyers looking in northern part of Birmingham in like Gardendale and really have their pick of what they want. There's houses that are still sitting a little longer. So I think it's very, very important, especially now, to have an agent that understands the market, understands specific city markets. Because I could tell you, like I just told you, all this Jefferson County information, but if you're looking in Homewood, if you're looking at Mount Brook, those are different numbers. They're different numbers. The same thing if you're looking at Gardendale versus Hoover, Chelsea versus Alabaster, they're different. They're not all going to be the same. So I think it's very important to have an agent that knows what they're talking about. Okay, I'll get off my soapbox. If you have any questions or you like more information about specific cities, I would love to help. Thank you. I'll see you next time.